FaceTime shit.
Because when the whole time the video was like frozen or skipping or was doing weird stuff. Welcome in everybody who's in here. Let's see. Let's say hi. I know Kendra's in here. Hey Kendra. Hey Sean. Hey Jenna Love. Hello Mother Dearest, who is sitting right next to me, and PJ's Wish.
TJ Mac. That's first.
Oh, Wish. I don't see her on here.
Right next to Jenna.
You know why? Because it's all right. Now she popped up. I scrolled up and went down again. I'm telling you, restream is not good. Let me make sure I have it on all chat. All righty. How you guys doing? Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday to my mom. Hi, Lori. How you doing, honey? How you doing? How you doing? Sorry, I got parched all of a sudden. My mouth is really dry. But anyways, how you guys doing tonight? Tonight talk is going to be about the Akashic records. So I'm going to just chit chat for a minute, give people a minute to come in here. But who in here knows what Akashic records are? We're going to talk a little bit about what they are and some maybe a couple different things that you can tap into. I do got a little video too. So I didn't monetize this live because I'm going to get a copy strike on it, but that's okay. I don't care. So I didn't monetize it, but you only get pennies on it anyways per video. It doesn't even matter. So I wanted to make sure I was able to play this video for you guys in a little bit. It's not that long. It's only like 8 minutes. And I sped it up ever so slightly, not enough to really interfere with it. So hopefully they don't pick up on it, but it's a pretty large channel. So we'll see. Sometimes it takes them like a year to pick up on something. I've had quite a few, because remember before I used to do different topic discussions, and whatever we discussed about, like say it was past life regression, I would share a story about somebody else's past life experience that they have, a video or whatever. Well, I got copyright on it quite a few times, and it wasn't ever right away. It was like a year down the road, you know. So anyways, doing good. My husband, he went to work today, so he's happy. He's sore as hell though, because they did let him go back to work early, but he's sore as hell. And then he had physical therapy today, and he made hot dogs for dinner. So I'm happy with that. He's called me up. He's like, "What should we have for dinner?" I'm like, "Well, nobody feels like cooking, you know. So let's have hot dogs." My grandbaby just went home a little bit ago, so we did something quick and simple for dinner tonight. Hot dogs are sitting right here. So I'm thinking during the video when it's playing, I'm going to eat. And you guys won't know. So, what are you guys saying? I looked it up online, so I know a little bit, but not much. Yeah, this is only like the basic touch basis on it. But I think we're going to do like a theme. All right, so like today we're going to do Akashic Records. I just wrote it down. Next time is going to be meditation. So this is what we're going to talk about: meditation. What is it? Why is it important? Different uses for it, how to tap into it, and I'll talk a little bit how you guys can work on or even write your own meditation. I have tons of information on that. I've taught that class a million times. Also, then the following time after that, we'll talk about past life regression. Because the thing is, it's a theme. Because the thing is, like today we're talking about Akashic records, but what if you don't know how to meditate? So next week we can talk about that to help you tap in a little bit. And then even after that, you know, you need to have some meditation skills a little bit to be able to help you along with past life regression. And then one after that, who actually CJ Mack literally just came up with a good idea. For the one after that is astral projection. All right. And I've taught classes on that too. But usually we talk a little bit about it and then I put them under a meditation and hopefully they can connect to a past life. I don't know if I could do that on here. I don't really have, I don't know. I've put other people in a meditation before, but I don't know if I have the voice for YouTube. So we'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out something.
I'll do it.
So anyways, so it's kind of a theme going on. So we have a little line going on. But to me, I know I tell you guys all the time, meditation is very, very important. It doesn't matter what your belief system is or what faith you have or what kind of practice you follow. It's okay. Meditation is universal. All right. And I do think it's very spiritual. It's very healing. And it's very connecting. You get to know yourself and you'll be able to, you know, heal your spirit. That's a great way to be able to heal your spirit. And be able to connect with your spirit guides, even during meditation, get to know them and be able to understand the signs and symbols that are around you. And a lot of it comes from meditation. Meditation to me is like the most important thing ever. I think even if you go to therapy or because we all do at some point in life, right? Meditation, I think, should be one of the skills that you do. I know some therapists do that, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a therapist. But hi, Tommy. How you doing? Welcome in. Lori, I'm not sure if I said hi to you. How you doing, honey? Hey, Kendra. I'm pretty sure I said hi to you.
Tammy.
And PJ Wish.
Mexican said, can I make
Is it Tammy or Tommy? Yes, Tammy. What? Mexican said that?
Yeah, can I make a suggestion on a live? And I told him yes.
Okay. Knowing Rob is probably something wise. A wise ass comment. Mama, I posted another pic for her live streams. Can you tell her? Oh, did you? Where did you post it?
It's a shadow work.
Oh, shadow work. I did have a list before. I got to get my other notebook and write it down. I just had my pen. Shadow work would be really, really good. Shadow work. I think that's important for us too. I think there's a lot of things that we should be doing that's important that even I myself forget about sometimes.
Rob, that's his suggestion.
What?
Pole dancing.
Rob, it is not that kind of channel. Hey, if anybody doesn't know, Mexican is my husband. If he gets fresh, I will time him out. That's why I think sometimes we should have just a chit chat session where we can just cut up be ourselves. That's kind of what the members live is on Sunday. When I'm able to do them is actually I'm starting to work on a intro for it for Sunday morning, us waking up, you know, getting ready for the day together, and we can just chit chat and be fresh if you want. Yes, meditation, the foundation block in order to move forward with other things. Is that kind of right? No, absolutely, PJ. Absolutely. And I think it works for all walks of life, all faiths, all beliefs, all ages. That's something that we can do at any time. And some of the do's and don'ts. Actually, not so many don'ts. There's a lot out there like, oh, don't go to sleep when you're meditating. Go to sleep. Don't worry. Your subconscious still gets your answers that you need. And I meditate a lot. If there's something I need to know or recognize or see, I will meditate on it. And sometimes it takes me a couple weeks to get the answer, but eventually I get it. Even if I don't remember it, I'll just have an aha moment, you know? Oh, and then I think I said, yeah, because CJ Mack just said astral projection, and then we can go into shadow work. So we got a little theme going on. So I got enough here for at least a month. which is good. So you guys have any suggestions or ideas about lives that we can do? Definitely let me know. Oh, you know what I want to do after that? So we talked about a long time ago and I forgot all about it. House blessings, how we can bless our houses. Do house blessings, a good cleansing. Especially since by the time I get to this, it'll be pretty soon for spring. And that's a perfect time to do some house cleansing and do some house blessings.
Can you do one on spirit guides? Lori's asking.
Absolutely. Yep. Good cleansing. All right.
Oh, Spiritual Bear said, how about a session all about remote viewing?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Lori said,
Well, you know what? We could do remote viewing probably along with astral projection. Be like a two-parter.
Lori said, energy clearing, but wouldn't you do that before meditation? No?
Yeah. Let me put that down for make sure we touch base on that. We'll touch base on that next week when we do meditation. All right. Did you say energy clearing?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We'll touch base on that before we talk about the meditation.
Yep, the hot dog.
Yeah. How about a session about remote viewing? Okay, I did write that down. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. No, I did. I put that with astral projection. I don't know if we're gonna put them together or if it's two parts. Like this one, like the discussions don't take forever. This isn't a class, this is a discussion. So and I'm not a professional when it comes to connected to your Akashic records. That's not anything that classes I taught. This is just some information that I know. Okay. So that's why this live probably won't be all that long, I don't think so. Maybe an hour or so, which is good.
Spiritual Bear, what is remote viewing? Lori asked.
A remote viewing is when you kind of put yourself in a meditative state, but they do this in the military. People get trained for it in the military. They've done studies for it in years. So say if remote viewing is seeing something from a different area. So say if I'm sitting here with my eyes closed, I can see what's happening, at a location, at a particular area across the world and know exactly who's there, what's going on in the area, everything. But the military does practice that.
Max Cat said, I said pole dancing. You have to imagine whomever floats your boat on who is doing the dancing.
Boy, I'm going to kick your ass. That's right. I said it here on YouTube.
He's laughing.
If you don't hear from my husband in the next 24 hours. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. So anyways, yeah, I think that'll be a good thing along with the astral projection. Because astral projection is traveling to places to see what's going on. So which can kind of go along together, but astral projection can go to different realms in the past, in the future, in the now, or different what do you call that? Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank.
Sean just wrote down.
Different levels. Oh, Sean says, Lori says it's similar to astral projection, but you can see things from a distance. Iris is explaining it better than me. They also do remote viewing to see if humans ever lived on other planets. Yep. And that's all kind of blends together, but it's different at the same time. That's why I'm saying I think those would be good to I think that'd be a good live to work together. Have both those topics.
PJ said, yes, you're given coordinates and you draw it right down what you see.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I have never been able to do that. Astral projection, yes. Now, my daughter, when she was little, all right, without really getting into it, my daughter, when she was little, she said if she closed her eyes, she would know and see what's going on in the next room. All right. So, well, I'll tell you guys this much, okay? So, my oldest child, well, she's very open and honest, so she wouldn't mind really if I talked about it. So, I'm not really talking about her. When I had a lot of problems with my oldest daughter when she was a teenager. So, obviously, you don't want your other children to see what's going on. So, if there's a heated discussion or whatever, we would go into another room, and not let, obviously, you don't let little kids in. Like, you don't argue in front of your children, me and my husband. I'm not saying we never have them. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? If it's a heated discussion, when you naturally do, you take it to the other room because it's private. So my daughter told my mother one time when she was little, she's like, I still know what's going on. I just close my eyes. Right? Is that what she said? Yeah.
Yeah, and she told me everything that went on in that room.
Oh yeah, she said everything.
That
she would
was your
say,
youngest daughter.
yeah, that was my youngest daughter. So she's 19 now, but she would say that she would close her eyes and she knew everything that was going on and she could see it. Yeah. So, I have never personally done that. I haven't tried it, but I guess my youngest did, and she was probably like 5 or so at the time she said that to my mother. How old do you think she was?
Wow.
She had been around 5.
Yeah, if that. Yeah.
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She spoke up for herself, so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
She actually saw so much.
Yeah. So, anytime you have an experience with doing remote viewing, then astral projection. Oh, you've done more with doing remote viewing than with astral projection. Oh, cool. So, how about we do this, which we've done that before in the past. If anybody has had an experience, if you happen to be here that night, at the end of the talkie bit part I have, if anybody has an experience I want to share, we'll have you come up on panel. Oh, that reminds me, Sean, I still want to get together with you because we talked about doing one on UFOs and runes. But I have to see one that's really good for you to do the runes ones. Because Sean, I can't. I had tons of rune sets. I can't read runes, but Sean can. And he said that he'll come up and do a little talkie bit thing on it, I think, or do some rune readings. I forgot whatever it was. We can talk about it after, but I really want to get with you and do that. I know I keep saying that, but then I keep forgetting. But that's very cool that you've done that more than the astral projection. That's very cool. Oh, yeah. Thank you for saying happy birthday to my mama. My mama's turning 69 this year.
And holding.
No, we should say you're 49 and holding.
I'm 49 and holding.
Yeah, my mama's 49. That means I'm 29.
Go back to my bones.
Tonight I'm not doing readings. Tonight we're having a topic on Akashic records and how we're gonna tap it and tune to them. And that's if I have, unless I can't go on Tuesday, but if I'm live on a Wednesday, it's a talkie bit topic. Oh, Sean said yes. Unfortunately, though, it just happens. Sometimes I just start spacing out, which scares Joe, and sometimes it just happens when I close my eyes. I will come up sometimes. Just let me know when. Okay, Sean. Yeah, so maybe you can practice doing it so you can control when it happens, All right. So let me see. Now that everybody's in here, I knew it's going to be, anytime I do a talkie bit thing, the lives are usually a lot smaller and more intimate, which is okay. It's cool. Don't forget, though, tomorrow is our oracle readings, and they're going to be love readings. And love readings doesn't necessarily mean with you and your partner. It's the readings are going to be on, well, not only the message from your guides, but it's really going to be on love within yourself and that self-care and that love. So that's going to be the focus of tomorrow's live, because it's February. It's the month of love, right?
Mexican. She is old as hell and still getting older. You talking about you?
Yeah. I'm going to be the big 5-0 this year.
Alicia's here.
Hey, Alicia, honey, how you doing? I think before we start, though, we should sing happy birthday to my mom. Don't you guys agree?
No. I don't.
Yep. It's time to sing happy birthday. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday to Mama Dearest. Happy birthday to Mama Dearest. Happy birthday, dear Mama Dearest. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
My husband came in too to join the singing.
Come on, we singing.
No.
I did sing already.
Oh, that's bull crap. There's not that much delay.
You didn't hear the voice of angels coming across the
No,
house?
I heard the devil come out.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Barbara.
Lori said, and
What,
many
what?
more.
Happy birthday.
Baby.
Mom. I love you.
I love you too, Rod.
Sean
Oh,
said,
my
get in the
heart.
video. Come in here and say hi.
Who?
Sean, come in
Sean?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
come
said,
say hi.
get in
He
the
still has
video.
his work clothes on, so he looks like a painter. All right, they don't need to see where you work, so skip away before they see it.
Kiss my butt.
Oh my gosh, they touched each other. Breeze got upset.
Yeah, my dog does not like anybody near me. That's funny because my husband's dogs don't want none of us near him either.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's an attack killer dog.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
she's
not
a
at all.
fierce monster. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we got a plan. I should put up a schedule, huh, of the lives coming up so you guys can keep it in order. And maybe I thought about something always ends up happening though. I thought about scheduling them, but I don't want, so everybody has an idea. I can do estimated ones instead of posting a live about it, but do an estimated one to look at in case anything changes. All right. So then that way you guys know. So if there's one in particular you definitely want to listen to, but a lot of them are going to kind of blend in together. It has kind of like a theme going on. All right. So anyways, let's get going. Oh, I think I asked. Now there's more people in here. If you know what Akashic records are, put one in the chat. I just want an idea if you guys know what it is. If you answered me already, go ahead and put it in there again. Oh, I'm sorry, Alicia, honey. I hope you feel better. Yep, put one in the chat if you know what Akashic records are. If you don't know, put it in the 2. Put in the 2 so we get an idea. Get an idea kind of what it is. Oh, Alicia, honey, I'm not doing readings today, sweetheart. We're talking about Akashic records. What the meaning is and how we could tap into them and how they're important. Well, they could be important. Okay, that's okay. So hopefully, maybe by the end of the night, maybe you guys will want to do a practice. Maybe I'll give you guys some homework and you guys can come back and let me know how it goes. All right. So some things take practice anyway. So if you try to do something and it doesn't work right away, that doesn't mean give up. That doesn't mean you can't do it. That just means that it just takes practice.
Did you do Sean's?
What?
Read Sean.
How about a 0.5? LOL. I sort of know what they are, but not really. All right. Once I tell you, be like, oh, I know this. All right. So like I said, we're going to do a little talky bit part. And then I got a short little video. It's like, I think it's 8 minutes to show you. It's by this guy I love listening to. I don't think that's his regular channel. Or I could post a channel link, but I don't think that's his main channel. I should probably found it ahead of time because I would love for you guys to listen to him. All right. So anyways, let's get going. I got a whole bunch up here. So Akashic records often referred to as the book of life or universal mind. People across the cultures call it many different things. It is a concept that comes from very spiritual and esoteric traditions. It is believed to be, I can't really see that well. Oh, I can see better without my glasses, I think. I wonder if I can enlarge this. Can I enlarge it? All right. So anyways, it's believed to be a metaphysical archive or database that contains a collective knowledge and experiences and history of every soul and every event and thought throughout its existence and of the universe. And according to believers, the Akashic records, this comes from a cosmic storehouse that is accessible on a spiritual or energetic level. I'll break it down and explain it more as we go on. So, universal knowledge. So, the universal knowledge of the Akashic records are thought to contain information about every soul, including the past of every soul, including the present, the future, and future experiences. So, I don't think it says anything here in this write up. Now, our soul selves are everything. Anything living has a soul, everything. And everything living has energy built on it too. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit more as we go on. If you guys have questions, please let me know at the end.
Sean and Lori.
All right. Let me see. I can't really see chat too much while I'm reading. So Mama will let me know to pay attention. Oh my gosh. You fell in a shower on Thursday and hurt your back. Oh, sweetheart. I know there's a specific prayer to be said to open, and then another to say thank you and close them. All right. So, and Lori said there's a pathway prayer at the beginning and a closure prayer at the end. All right. Yes, I've heard this. All right. This is my opinion and only. Okay. It comes across many belief systems and many different practices. All right. So, yes, there's a prayer at the beginning and end. Do you have to do it and for it to work? No, you don't. How do you think some people naturally just tap into Akashic records or any spiritual practice? Okay, spirituality. All right, that's a system that works for some people. You don't have to. But if it makes it easier for you, especially if you're a beginner, to be able to tap in and connect to get yourself in that right frame of mind, yes, definitely. I know there's people out there saying you have to do X, Y, and Z for certain things to happen. Listen, I'm a different kind of teacher, okay? I believe what works for you works for you, all right? I do think in some ways there's a baseline that we should kind of follow. But we walk the beat of our own drum in life, and what works for you, which will work for Lori, which will work, maybe work for Sean, but won't work for me, and they'll never work for my mom. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's to tell you they have to do something exactly. Nobody can tell you that the way you're doing it is wrong, because that's not true. You're tapping into the universal energy. So do I think if you're a beginner, or do I think if it works for you and it helps you get to where you need to go faster to do it, then absolutely. Do you have to? No, you don't. That's just my opinion and my opinion only. All right. But I'm not saying you're wrong. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I know the thing about tapping in is more and what prayer you have to say is more prevalent nowadays and more new agey, but you don't have to. You do not have to. Okay. All right. So, and you guys can ask questions. We can talk about it more in the end. So what I'm not saying what you guys said was wrong. I definitely don't. I do think if you're new that you could find the prayers online. They're accessible. I definitely think you should do it. Okay. But you don't have to. I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, I don't know the prayer, or I don't remember it. I don't know where it is, that you can't do it. I don't believe that's true. All right. So anyways, the concept also involves the idea that time is not linear within the Akashic records. The past, present, and future events are considered to exist simultaneously, allowing individuals to access information beyond the constraints of ordinary time. All right. We could talk a little bit more about that afterwards too. We'll just look at through this outline. Hey Lucy, how you doing? Welcome in, honey. Hey Patty, it's nice seeing you guys. Welcome in. Oh, that reminds me, I just heard that there is a way to give out free memberships. I think I can do 10 a month, like 5 each time. So in a little bit, maybe before I play the video, I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Okay, so I can and I think you can do it per month. I haven't seen it in my back studio. I don't know. Now I'm like, well, maybe I don't got enough people. But I heard everybody that's monetized can do it. So I'm gonna look it up. If I can, we'll see who can get some memberships free for the month. And then you guys can join one of the membership lives. All right, access to your meditation or intuition. All right. People who believe in the Akashic records suggest that assessing this is possible through deep meditation, intuition, or spiritual practices. Some claim to receive information or insights about their own lives or the broader universe by tapping into the cosmic knowledge. Okay. So different cultures. Okay. So the concept for different cultures are different. I never explained that. It varies from where your belief system is and what culture you live in. Okay. So the universal archive of knowledge is found in various spiritual and metaphysical traditions, including Hinduism and other New Age spirituality. Different cultures might have different names for this, but the underlying idea remains similar. Okay. It's been a long time. I've had company since Christmas. Oh, you have? Nice. Oh, I hope it's been a good time. We miss you, honey. Okay, so it's important to note, all right, it's important to note that the existence of the Akashic records is not scientifically proven, and the views of it vary widely among different systems. That's why I'm saying because you have to do a prayer at the beginning, you have to do a prayer at the end. All right, so like I said, what you believe is correct, you need to do it that way. Okay, so what I believe is correct, I got to do it that way. All right, that's the same concept of I think a black cat is good luck, but you might have been taught that a black cat is bad luck. So guess what? Every time you see bad luck, that's you knowing something. It's warning you. It's giving you a warning sign. I know one crosses my path that has a different meaning for me. So what works for you works for you. Okay, that's why I said I have a big belief system. Nobody can tell you in black and white. Or somebody, if you go to a metaphysical store and somebody says, you have to have this crystal to help with this. Does it help because of that energy pull? Yes. Do you have to have that crystal? No, because if a rock is on the ground and it has meaning to you, it still has vibration, it still has energy. You pick that up and that's that rock for you. Okay. All right. So anyways, that's my belief. Like I said, whatever works for you works for you. All right, this is just a baseline and idea. So while some people find the concept of spirituality meaningful and use it for personal growth and understanding, others view it as a symbolic idea rather than an actual concept or a reality. Okay, like I said, everybody has a different view system, a different point of view on it.
Spiritual Bear has a question.
I have kind of a strange question. You think it is possible to do automatic writing the same time you're viewing Akashic records? Yes. Yep. I do. You know what? I want to write automatic writing on here. I wanted to do some more practice on that for myself. And the reason why I say that is not only do I have ADHD, all right, I have anxiety. So a lot of times I scribble and doodle, all right, because it helps me keep focused. So I'm like, why don't I start practicing that and put that into use? But a lot of times I will catch myself doodling and different things while I'm trying to hone in. All right. So anyways, yeah, I definitely think you can. Absolutely. So some of the Hindu philosophy is a concept of Akashic records as parallels of ancient Hindu philosophy. In Hinduism, Akasha is considered to be one of the 5 basic elements, okay? Alongside with earth, water, fire, and air, okay? And it's believed to be a sublet of these elements representing the ether or spiritual aspect of reality. Okay. And then other people believe things similar to that. Okay. Like I said, everything is connected. The Akashic records are, how can I explain it? Akashic records hold on to everything. Everybody's life, everybody's past, every right doing, every wrong doing, the history of this world, the history of the universe, the history of old planets, new planets, and present planets. It is everything and nothing at all at the same time. It's in the ether. All right, it's not set in a specific place. Just like if you believe in heaven, I don't think heaven's set in a specific place. It's everything. It's out in the ether. Okay, and some people will call the Akasha the spirit of everything. All right. So then you have, like I said, I mentioned the earth, air, fire, and water. All right. So some people believe that, like I said, since the Akasha is everything and we're part of everything, it's part of spirit. All right. So a lot of practices, which is mine, is that spirit is above us, spirit is around us, the spirit is within us. We're connected to everything. We're connected to the God essence also. It's all one and the same. Like we're all connected somehow. Some people envision it as a cord, a spiritual cord, but however you believe it, we're all somehow, some way connected on a spiritual level, alongside the plants, animals, and so on. So, and then some people believe with the earth, air, fire, and water, that's also part of the 5 elements, right? And sometimes they'll use those as protection. So that's where you get the guardians and the watchtowers, okay? The protectors. All right.
Okay, I've got a question
Yeah.
from Lori. Ours. So you can access something about the world if you need to.
Yeah, everything's there. Everything. Some people envision it as a library, okay? And then you can go and pick whatever information that you need out of it. Everything is like, it's kind of like stored memory, okay?
Oh, you can say hi to Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. I said hi, Lucy, already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Hey, Diabolical Debbie. Okay, where was I now? I forgot. I was going somewhere with what I was saying. No, I wasn't reading. I was talking.
Oh, I thought you were reading.
No. Okay. So some people, so like a Hindu, they believe it's part of the 5 elements. Okay. So Akasha in some belief systems is kind of like the spirit, the all. It's out in the ether, it's everything. And so, but it's not physical. It's not physical. So you can't go and touch it or go and grab it. And then you have the earth, air, fire, water. And then some people, and it stretches out as far as you can see in those directions. And then that's where some people will get to being called the watchtowers and that concept. I kind of lost my train of thought there. But anyways, and that's the protectors of everything. Okay. So it represents a spiritual aspect of reality. Okay. So somebody, it started getting popular, more mainstream, instead of just some local traditions in the 19th and 20th centuries. All right. So, Helena, I'm going to spell her last name because I cannot pronounce it. Helena, Blavatsky, played a significant role in popularizing the idea of the Akashic records in the Western world. All right. So, and talked about how it's a spiritual and a physiological movement that seeks to explore and seeks the thought. I don't know why I can't speak today. The knowledge from the various religions and esoteric traditions. All right. She also introduced the concept of Akashic records as a cosmic respiratory of the universal knowledge. All right. So the very first time I ever personally heard about Akashic Records was from Edgar Casey. Have you guys heard about Edgar Casey or ever read any of his workings? Yeah, sort of like the ancients being called the Watchers. Exactly, Sean.
He's got another statement there.
There are beings that were sent here from elsewhere to watch over humans. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I'm saying I could never say to anybody what I believe is right and what you believe is wrong, because every culture has kind of similar belief systems, but they call it by different names. Okay. So how we are taught to believe it, see it, and think it is correct for us, but a different culture is going to view it as something else, but it's all kind of very similar. Okay. But if you were to believe something is true, then it's true for you. All right. So Edgar Casey is an American psychic. That's why I'm saying maybe you've now heard of him. He's an American psychic. I've read a bunch of his stuff. Often referred to as the sleeping prophet, because he would kind of like go into a trance. So he's really the main one that ended up, in my opinion, ended up bringing out in the 20th century about the Akashic records. And he provided information about individuals, their past lives, and their health conditions. And his readings and teaching on the Akashic records have influenced many in the field of metaphysics. So basically, his thought was for him to get information about people, he would kind of lay down and go into a trance, and he would be able to get that information from the Akashic records, and that's why he was a psychic. Well, that's part of it, anyways. All right, so New Age movement, the concept of Akashic records gained further prominence in the New Age movement, in which emerged in the mid 20th century. And New Age spirituality incorporates a blend of metaphysical, esoteric, and Eastern spiritual ideas. So yeah, a lot of people, the New Age movement, and I guess I'm considered part of the New Age movement. Basically, we take a little bit of belief system out of everywhere. Okay. And the Akashic records became popular subject in books, workshops, and discussions within this movement. And it looked like for a while it's kind of died down a little bit, but now it's starting to come back and resurfacing again, which is good. I think it's kind of much needed. Sherry said, "Hey, Mama Durst, happy birthday. Wish you all the best and many of your wishes come true for you." Hey, Fancy Love, how you doing, honey? Diabolical Debbie, I think I said hi to you earlier. If I didn't, I'm sorry, honey. All right. Did I read this? So while the idea of the universal archive is a knowledge and has a deep historical cultural roots, the term Akashic records is commonly understood today as being shaped into like various forms, various individual movements over time. It remains a concept embraced by those seeking spiritual insights and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all existence. All existence. That's what I'm saying. Akashic records are part of everything. It like that was and is to be. All right, so I'll give you an example. Some people believe that in different traditions too, people call it different names, have a little bit belief system about it. But one of the reasons when somebody crosses over and they everything they flash through that lifetime, all right, is getting downloaded and stored. So downloaded and stored, part of the Akashic records. So when you pass over, you do have a moment where your whole life flashes before your eyes, and you have to download, is a term, and accept the things you have or haven't done in this lifetime. Okay, so then you can move on and see what it is you still need to work on. So I do believe that, and I think a lot of religions do believe that when you pass away, that you do have like a flash before your eyes, like a picture view or a movie of your whole entire lifetime, and you have to sit there and acknowledge all the things you've done. And that's part of what the Akashic records are too. You get to go and tap into it, figure out, well, that's a whole discussion when we can talk about past lives and stuff, and why we keep repeating some of the patterns through lifetimes, or even talk about karma. So I think after we're talking about Akashic records, maybe karma can have a bigger universal understanding, which maybe I can explain at the end. So now, how do you tap into the Akashic records? Does anybody have any questions before we start going to how you tap into them? You guys have a basic understanding of what the Akashic records are now? It's basically a library of information that everybody and everything can tap into because we're all connected. And it's not just, just for this planet. It's the universal. It's the universal Akashic records. Everything's in there. Every, planet, every species, anything and everything that's infinite is stored here. Past, present, future. The good, bad, and the ugly. All right. So before I even knew what the watch hours were after that night, I did let me see. So there was a story behind my last comment. So maybe I have gotten into my records at one point. You probably did. You just didn't know what it was called. We'll just have to say one night I saw a bunch of people who was calling themselves the Watchers. And before I even knew what the Watchers were, after that night, I did my research. Oh, Lucy said, maybe I was a bitter transphobic woman in my past life, and now I am one that's my karma. I never know. Just an example. You never know. You never know. But who's to say? Because some people have a belief system that in the future, which they have said that they have seen the future and was able to tap into it. They said that this world, you have man, you have woman. Okay. And they said in the future that people are not going to be identified as you're a man, you're a woman, and that's just how it is. They said in the future that people are identified as being soul connected. You're connected by a soul. So that's not seen by a masculine or a feminine. That is being seen as just your soul self. Okay, that's how you be identified, as your soul self. All right. So maybe you're just part of the new future. All right. I like to see it a little bit differently. Like for my depression, I could be tapping into my records because adverse effects that trigger that. Oh, can it be dangerous to tap into them? Can it be dangerous to tap into them? Like everything else, there's good side and the bad side. Okay, so yes and no. For the most part, I do not think there's anything wrong at any point you can tap into them because it could be very healing and very telling. But all right, this is another example that somebody had given. You know how they talk about like Eve ate the apple. What's the apple represent? The tree of life, the tree of knowledge, right? She's tapped into it before she should have, or before she was ready. Okay. And anyways, that's a whole other story that we can get into. The point is, if your vibration is low and you're not in a good headspace, I don't think that's work you should be doing. Okay, because you mentally can't handle it. Does that make sense? You mentally can't handle it.
Good question for Sean.
Yeah. I just answered that.
Okay. How about Tammy Butterball?
Exactly, Lucy. Only our vessels have a gender. Our souls are genderless. Exactly. And they say that's how it's going to be in the future. Okay.
Tammy Butterball.
Yeah, there are some things that we aren't supposed to know while on Earth. Absolutely, Tammy. And let me tell you something too. I do believe that if there's something you shouldn't know because you still have a life lesson to learn at it, you're going to automatically be shut off to that. You're not going to automatically be able to find that information. No, because you're not meant to know that. You're not meant to know that information. All right. So like I said, we have free will. We can do what we want in this life, in our life path. And these are lessons that we need to learn. But if it's something that we shouldn't know yet, that answer is not going to come to you. Just like you guys come and ask me a question. There's times I say to you, listen, the ending's not here yet. It's only telling me what you need to focus and work on, because it can't give you the ending when you're still working on this issue. Okay, because you have free will. How it's going to end up is really up to you. So you still need to work on that part. And that's the same thing with tap into in anything. All right, you're going to have roadblocks if you're not ready. Oh, Sean said, those are things I try to learn. Challenge accepted. Exactly. Yeah, so Tammy, you are correct. You're absolutely correct. All right, so now let's talk about a couple ways that we can try tapping into Akashic records. Okay. For one, I don't remember what it says in here. Okay. But for one, I'm going to tell you this beforehand, which next week we're going to do a live on meditation. Okay. Before you get into meditation, there's a couple steps you can do, which you probably should do before you tap into the records. For one, you always ask for your spirit guides to be by your side, because they help you guide you along your pathway. And they're your support. They're not going to lead you astray, especially if you're going to start tapping into a territory that you're not used to. Even if it's on a spiritual realm, you still ask your guides to be there for you, to protect you, and to show you the direction that you need to see, not necessarily what you want to see or what you want to find out, but what you need to see and what you're ready for. Okay. So you always ask for your spirit guides to be with you and to be your protectors. You always pray ahead of time. You always do a cleansing ahead of time. All right. So those are some steps to look and to think about before you start meditating, to start try tapping into anything, because you have to make sure you're ready.
Brenda said hi.
Hey, Brenda.
And Sean.
Sean said, when I try to see my records, I always ask to see everything, because it will help me learn about who I am, and it will allow me to help others much more, if that makes sense. Absolutely. But you can't be shown everything at once, because you have different things in your life path that you need to work on at that particular moment. So usually, even if you go to Akashic records, pick one thing. Start off small and then work your way up. Okay, because if you try to download too much, it can be overwhelming and your energy probably can't handle it. Or you're gonna forget it. Like, it's too much. You can't pinpoint and focus in that one area that you might need to tap into or work on. All right, so you're going to want to find a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Okay, and that's for any forms of meditation. Okay.
Rose Petal said hi.
Hey, Rose Petal. And then clearly state your intention to access the Akashic records, or seek guidance from insight. In other words, ask your guides, but have an idea before you're going there. So say if it's your first time, you can just ask your spirit guides to take you to that place. All right. And if there's anything they want you to see at this moment. Okay. But it's okay if the first time you just get to know that feeling, that the area, the focus, so you feel comfortable with it. And then maybe the next time you can ask to access a particular area, but have your intention set. Have your intention set so your mind is focused on that. Okay. I do believe that sometimes there'll be roadblocks because you're not ready at that moment. Either you're in a bad place at that time mentally, or it could be that you're not that far in your spirituality, so they're going to only show you so much. And as you progress, you'll be able to take in a little bit more. Okay. So don't be surprised if you're not going to see nothing right away. Everything is practice. Everything is like practice, right? Like, you don't just get up and ride a bike one day. That takes practice to get that skill going good. Even riding a car. First time before, first time you got behind a wheel, it took you time to be able to learn how to ride that bike. All right. It took study. It took practice. And sometimes it takes some people longer than others, and that's okay. That's right. Practice makes perfect. And that's what anything in life. So you clearly say your intention and you be specific about what information or understanding you're seeking. Because maybe right away, like I was just kind of saying, that maybe you don't need information right away. Maybe you just need the understanding. Okay. So use some of these meditation techniques. So to engage in a meditation practice, make sure you quiet your mind, and that helps you to be able to raise your consciousness, right? If you're able to quiet your mind from everyday life, so you can be able to raise your consciousness and get that certain level. That's why you do things like dim the lights to try to get you in that zone, try to get you where you need to be. Sometimes people want to do it, first thing in the morning before the sun comes up, or in the evening when the sun goes down, because your body has slowed down naturally, and so has your mind. Okay, so then once your mind and body slow down in your brain activity, you'll be able to tap into different areas. So with doing that, though, one of the things you do to help doing that is really focus on your breath and work on those breathing exercises. All right. And then next week, I will, during the meditation live, I will talk to you and teach you guys how to breathe to help you get into that meditative state so you can be able to connect. All right. So we'll talk more about that next week. So one of the things that you can do, there's many different ways, but one of the ways that that some people do is, after you do your breathing exercise, you ask your guides to come there and protect you. You do your breathing exercises to be able to slow down and quiet your mind. And then a couple of things you can do. Visualization is very important. So some people call it your imagination, but it's your existence, if it makes sense. Okay. And some of you guys, if you don't understand that now, you'll probably understand it a little bit later on. So you can envision a door once you get to that place. You can envision a door or a staircase. The meditations, a lot of them I do for different things like this, or if I was to do a past life regression meditation for you guys, I would use a staircase or a pathway that leads to Akashic records. Okay. So imagine opening the door and entering into a higher realm of consciousness. All right. So visualization is very important. So a lot of people that do meditations all the time, they'll have their place, their special place, depending on what kind of meditation you're doing. So this one is, you envision a door ahead of you and you have a lock and key. You have your guides beside you. You speak to your guides ahead of time with your intention, and then you unlock the door and slowly open it in. And before you tap in and move in, make sure you check your breathing again and say your intention again before you walk in. Okay. So, and envision, you tell yourself, once I open this door, I'm tapping into this, whatever your intention is. Some people, once they open the door, will visualize a library. It could be a book, it could be scrolls representing the records. So how you visualize it is is up to you. Everybody, how you tap and see things is different for everybody. Whatever feels more natural, more comfortable with you. So once you feel connected, all right, mentally or verbally ask for permission to access the Akashic records. Okay, this part is kind of important. So remember what I was just saying a little while ago, that sometimes you're not, oh, excuse me. Sometimes you guys aren't ready, right? So you might have to seek guidance and ask from your spirit guides or your angels or your higher consciousness, whatever resonates with you. All right. Be open and receptive. Allow that information to flow without forcing it. That is so very important. It's don't try to force seeing it. Just let things naturally play out. All right. So allow the information to flow in. Don't be trying to force, let me see what's in there. You know what I'm saying? Let it naturally flow. You will see and be able to do what it is that you're able to do at that moment. All right. So be open to receiving insights, images, feelings, or messages. And don't think they're just your imagination. Okay. Please don't think it's your imagination. A lot of people think a lot of times when they're seeing or viewing things, oh, that's just your imagination. It's not real. And that's going to block it off. That's going to stop you. You just put a stop to what you're trying to view and what you're trying to see. So in this aspect, let the imagination go with you. That's very important. That's very important. Trust your intuition. Do not dismiss any impressions that come to you. Do not dismiss them. Okay. And then when it's done, oh, Sean says, I plan on making a meditation triangle to sit on. Oh, nice. I want to make it out of grapevine and copper with amethyst crystals on the top point of my head. And I can set it up near running water or quartz. Oh, that sounds perfect. Right. Running water will vibrate the quartz. Yep. Enough to create energy. Absolutely. The grapevine makes things inside makes the things inside stronger. Copper is an energy conductor. Exactly. That's why I love my wire wraps and copper. It's a great conductor. And amethyst is for added power. Absolutely. Absolutely. That sounds perfect, Sean. I absolutely love that. All right. Now, where was I? Okay, so after you get everything, all the information you think that you tapped into, that you're able to get and resonate with, it's important to keep a journal nearby to write any thoughts down, images or messages that come to you during the session. So you make sure you document that document that experience for reflection for future reference. Okay, because listen, maybe something at that moment seems silly or doesn't make any sense. Someday you're going to go back to that, maybe years down the road, 6 months down the road, and then you're going to have the understanding and know why that was important at that time that you were shown that. All right. So, and it says to be able to assess the Akashic records, practice regularly, okay? Because it takes practice. Like I said, it's not going to happen right away. Try first, just get used to the surroundings and get used to the area. I mean, some people are natural and you can naturally start getting information, but for the most part, many people don't. Sometimes it's not only do we need practice, but sometimes it's fear. We say we want to know, but do we really? All right, so we're kind of concerned or have anxiety what we might actually see or find. So just practice all the time and be patient and consistent. Don't think if it's not working right away, it's not going to work. Okay. And if you're having trouble with this, really practice meditation first, because that's a big part of it. Once you get the idea of how meditation works, usually everything else following, when you want to get to that frame of mind or that state, usually comes a little more naturally. So regular meditation and spiritual practices can help strengthen that connection all over time. And it's important to note that experiences from the Akashic records are highly subjective and interpretations can vary. Some individuals may have vivid symbolic experiences, while others receive information more subtly. And everybody's different, right? Everybody's belief system's different, everybody's practice is different, everybody's energy level's different, and that's okay. But all of it's right. Nothing is wrong, all of it's correct. Additionally, beliefs and practices surrounding the Akashic records are rooted in spirituality and metaphysics, and these concepts are not scientifically proven. There's no way to prove it, right? There's no way to prove what you're doing is correct. You just know on a spiritual level that it's correct, right? So if you're interested in exploring, and connect with Akashic records, definitely look more into it. Um, Try to get it from teachers that know more what you're talking about. Like, listen to me, I'm not a teacher on this. I definitely am not an expert. I know very little on the scratch the surface. It's just the beginning, the basic idea. You go out and do more research and study and figure it out more on the own. You know what I'm saying? Hello, everybody. Spiritual Bear. Wow, you should take a picture and post on Iris's Facebook so we can see it when it's done if you want to. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see it. Absolutely, Sean. Unless that's something that is, unless it's something that is absolutely too personal for him. All right. Just like if somebody has a sacred space, some people don't want you to touch that sacred space. That's your energy. That's your force. You don't want nobody else seeing it or tapping into it. Okay. Hey, Delia Whoopoo, how you doing, honey? Welcome in. Welcome in. How you been? All right. So I do have a little video that I gotta get. And then try to share it. Then I got to remember how to share it again. Oh, where is my? Oh, here I am. Okay. Does anybody have any questions before I play this short little video? It's only like 8 minutes long. Sean, what kind of copper you're looking for? Because you can start looking into like old cords and different things like that that have copper. Oh yeah, let me go look at. I think I sent, right, Mom? I sent you the video.
Oh, yeah, on my phone.
Yeah. All right, let me pull it up on here. I want to make sure I pull it up and have it all good before I share the screen so you won't see all our information. Okay. This page is called the Mystic World. All right. I'm going to enlarge this. Oh, wait, don't enlarge it yet. I will in a minute. I haven't used StreamYard in a long time, so I'm going to have to figure out how to share the video. Let's see. Oh, present. Oh, no, I don't want to present. Share screen. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. All right, let me see if you guys can see that. Did it work? Oh, good. It did. It did. All right, I'm going to enlarge this. And let me enlarge it so you guys can see it better. And I'm going to turn my camera off for a minute so you guys can pay attention to that. Huh? You don't see it? Oh, you might be behind. How can you not see it? Fast
Well, I
forward,
tapped
Mama.
it and that popped up, so I don't,
That's it. That's it.
I see it now.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, like I said, this video is not too long. I love the man that's talking. If you ever see him on YouTube, please watch him. He's very spiritual, very very knowledgeable. All right. Let me go back here. You guys will have to let me know if you can, if you guys can hear it.
Works for you or works against you will determine the nature of your life. I can teach one simple process. Just do this. Life will change dramatically. An intelligence that you have never thought possible will become yours.
Can you guys hear it? You can't hear it? Can you guys hear me? Oh, Lucy, definitely watch him. He's amazing. Hold on. Let me try to, for one, put on closed captioning.
Spiritual Bear said I can hear it. Lori said yes.
All right. All right. Let's see if this works. All right. Get out of here. All right. There you go. I put on the subtitles so you guys, can see it. I'm wondering if I should turn off mute me. All right, I'm going to mute me and see if that helps with the sound better, okay? Can you drop his link?
Sean said I hear you, and yes, I hear video.
I don't know if in this channel this guy's on here a lot, but I'll drop the channel's link. And they have his name on here. So you just type in his name, which is SADHGURU. You'll find tons and tons of videos on him on YouTube. He's funny, he's a little comical, and he's so in tune and spiritual. I absolutely love everything he has to say. All right, hold on one second. Let me go back on here. All right, I'm going to mute myself to see if that helps a little bit.
Modern science today is recognizing there is something called as Akashic intelligence. That is space, empty space has certain intelligence. Whether this intelligence works for you or works against you will determine the nature of your life, whether you are a blessed being or one who is going to be freaked and buggered around for the rest of your life. It simply depends on that. How this Akashic intelligence behaves with you. For no reason, people are being hammered around by life, isn't it? For no reason, some people seem to be blessed with everything. It is not for no reason. It is your ability, either consciously or unconsciously, your ability to be able to get the cooperation of this larger intelligence which is functioning. When I say Akashic or the space, the fifth element, it is improper to call it the fifth element, it is because it's the element. All the other four just play upon it. The fundamental element is Akash or the space. It is upon that element the other four play. Now we are sitting here on a round planet. You know it is spinning. earth spinning, solar system, everything. I want you to know, it is all held in place only by the Akash. You are sitting in your place, not because yourself, not because you got bumps to sit on. You are sitting in your place only because the Akash is holding you in place, isn't it? Yes or no? You think it's your buttock? It's not your butt. It is the Akash which is holding you in place. It is the Akash which is holding this earth in place. It's the Akash which is holding the solar system in place. It's the Akash which is holding this galaxy in place. It is the Akash which is holding the whole cosmos in place. And no strings attached, just see. Just like that. Just held like this, isn't it? Now this Akash, if you know how to bring it to your cooperation, if you know how to get the cooperation of the Akash into your life, this will be a blessed life. I can teach you one simple process, which anyway half of you will not do always. You do this much. After the sunrise, before the sun crosses 30 degrees angle, 30 degrees means something like this. Before the sun crosses 30 degrees angle, once look up at the sky and bow down for holding you in place today. After it crosses 30 degrees, sometime during the day, any time, look up and bow down again. After it sets, once again look up and bow down. Not to some god up there, just to the empty space for holding you in place for today. Just do this. Life will change dramatically. Have you noticed even Tendulkar looks up? And have you noticed, it's not just him. Right from ancient times, when man achieved something in wars, in great moments of success, because unknowingly there is a realization. Okay, some of them may be looking up for the Uparwala, but most of them, they manage to climb the peak, Mount Everest. This will naturally come. Have you seen this? In whether it's Baba Spandana or Samyama, something, you hit one peak experience. Have you noticed this? Your body, in gratitude, physically, without even your awareness, becomes like this. Because somewhere there is a recognition, there is an intelligence here which recognizes that. You consciously do this 3 times a day. If you get cooperation from this, life will happen in magical ways. An intelligence that you have never thought possible will become yours. Because an intelligence which is beyond your understanding and grasp is right now functioning right here, isn't it? Is it not functioning? It is that intelligence which is holding the whole cosmos together. It is that intelligence which is the womb for creation. It is in the womb of that intelligence all creation is happening. And it is not denied to you. Access is not blocked. It is just that you have never looked that way. It is just that you're so engrossed in the little nature of who you are. Your body, your thought, your emotion, your hormones have engaged you so much that looking up never occurs. Paying attention to something beyond never occurs because these little things have taken you over. It is this that we refer to as Maya. This is Maya. It's not that the existence does not exist, that is not Maya. It is just that this is Maya. When something so phenomenal and fantastic and humongous is happening, these little things keep you busy, engaged, and they make you feel as if this is more real than everything else. All this happening, so many fantastic things happening in the cosmos today, in absolutely miraculous and fantastic ways. But one little worm of a thought is worming through your head, and that keeps you engaged. Yes or no? That's Maya, do you understand?
All right, you guys, that was basically the ending of it anyways. It was pretty short. Like I said, it's only 8 minutes. I did like the idea of something that we forget about, that we can do every day. And he reminded us to tap into that Akasha, the cosmos, every single day, like he was saying, if you're able to, in the morning before it gets to 30 degrees. So just when the sun is starting to rise before it comes over the horizon. We naturally do it. And he's correct. We do naturally put our hands up in the air when something good's happening. We're celebrating, yes, victory, right? And we're naturally going up to the heavens, up to the cosmos, right where our consciousness is, what we're connected to. Do it midday and do it after the sun sets, and it help us get aligned back up and start connecting again. And I thought, I love his advice. I love his opinions. I love his videos. Thank you, Dilly Whoop, for sharing him. So I thought that video, I was trying to look for something because I had all the talking bit part in the last second before live went. I'm like, let me try to find a little video, somebody can watch. And I was going to show another one that was okay, but, and I seen him. I'm like, no, I got to play him. I love this guy. Maybe more people can connect with him. He has a lot of good advice for everyday living. And he gets people too. He knows how to talk to people. He's really good. So I hope you enjoyed that little video. And I didn't want to stop it and talk throughout it. So I know that's why I didn't monetize this video. So I know it's not gonna, I know I'm gonna get a copyright on it. That's okay. I'll take it. But anyways, what did you guys think about that video? And do you guys have any questions? I'm kind of curious. I do want you guys to see if you feel comfortable enough to someday try to be able to connect and see what information you can get. And like I said, next week's live will have to do with meditation. So if you're kind of worried about that, we're not really sure how to meditate. Next week we'll talk about meditation and really not just talk about like what it is, but we'll maybe even try some breathing exercises and how you can really focus to be able to learn how to meditate, and different forms of meditation or visualization that'll work with you to try to teach your brain to meditate. Oh, you have listened to him before? Oh, I love him. I adore him. I like what he says. Unfortunately, I haven't watched any of his videos in quite some time. So like I said just before, probably like 15 minutes before I started live, I seen that video and I was listening to it. So, oh no, this is the one I'm going to play. This is what I'm going to play. So if you guys don't have any questions, oh, Sean said, I found it informational sometimes to try daily to see if his advice helps and to be able to view records by gaining cooperation with the universe. Absolutely. Well, if you think about it, the Akasha records is a universe. It's the cosmos. It's ether. It's part of everything. Okay. And we're connected to the universe. We're connected to the cosmos. We're connected to that energy. Just like in our belief, well, in my belief, not everybody else's, will say a lot of times, as above, so below. So, as above within us in the heavens, so below here on earth, and as within and so without. Okay, so because we're all connected. We're all connected. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys have a little idea now what the Akashic records are. I'm like I said, I'm not all knowing about the Akashic records. I'm still, I've only worked with it a little bit. So I had to throw a few things together to get a better understanding to be able to try to express it to you guys. Like I said, it's not like my expertise or anything. But it definitely is an interest in, read up and look up some Edgar Allan Poe too, because Edward Gacy. I'm sorry.
Edward Allan Poe. I like him.
Look up Edward Gacy, and look up some of his workings that he did. He's pretty good too. He's a good author. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, I think there's a bunch of YouTube videos on some of his workings, and I think there even is some. I think I've seen one once, a year or two, a couple years ago. They have some of his recordings of him doing some of his work, so you can actually listen to what he is saying. And some of it is on the Akashic records when he's in the trance or when he's meditating. People call it by different things. Oh yeah, he's your favorite author. I met Edward Gacy. See, there must be a reason why I said it today, right? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy your night. So next week we're going to be doing meditation. Talk about more on what meditation is, why it's important, and maybe we'll do some. I can show you guys how to do some of the breathing exercises and how to tap in different ways. So, anyways, I can't believe I said that, but that's okay. Oh, Sean says he has a quick question. Is being able to read the records in line with opening or activating the pineal gland? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes, definitely. You know what? Maybe in the meditation thing next week, maybe we'll touch base on the pineal gland, huh?
Okay.
Because I think everything is kind of connected a little bit. No, I did not say that. I said pineal gland. That's what you call your third eye. It's like in the middle of your brain. All right. But that's why you call it the third eye, because it goes straight like from here right to the pineal gland. So if you want to tap into your third eye, just tap it 3 times. All right. I've been working on that also with listening to different frequencies. Yep, see?
Keep tapping it 3 times.
Oh, thank you, Kendra, sweetheart. So we need to read The Raven or Telltale Heart. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I had to read it slowly because I got bifocals on. So one way, basically for me to be able to see it, I have to go like this. You guys don't want to see me going like this the whole time.
Oh, spiritual.
Oh, really? I didn't know that, Lucy. She said apple cider vinegar can help cleanse the pineal gland.
Oh,
That's good to know because they said a lot of our pineal glands are kind of ucky because of how we take care of ourselves nowadays.
Spiritual Bear says I've been working on that and also listening to different frequencies.
Yes, yes. I want to look up how to cleanse it too. I mean, I heard of different things, but I don't really remember. Rather, you're funny. Oh, Julie Wupu said Linda Howe on Next Level Soul podcast.
Linda Howe?
Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to it. The one that she posted earlier, for that guy, I can't pronounce his name. I was already subscribed to him, but this one I'm not. So I definitely want to check this out. What is their channel about? Next Soul Level. Well, obviously about the soul. Next Level Soul founder, Alex is #1 best-selling author and podcaster. speaker, entrepreneur, and filmmaker. All right. Throughout his life, Alex always asked big questions. Why are we here? Is this all there is? Ooh, what is my soul mission in this life? To develop a next level soul to help people around the world get closer to their own higher power and to look inward for the answers they are searching for. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Delia Wupu. Oh, I'm definitely going to look into that. Thank you. Thank you. I never heard of him before. He's very interesting. Very cool. Oh, yeah. That would be interesting, huh? Spiritual bear. I wonder. So, does anybody have any questions before we end today's live? So, don't forget, next week we should be doing past life regression, and which is, but I'm going to put energy cleansing in with the meditation. And I put pineal gland too with the arrow next to it to remind me to throw some in there about the pineal gland and what the importance is of the pineal gland. And then after that, we're going to do one on astral projection. And I think I did one like a year or so ago on astral projection, but that time was, we talked about what astral projection was, and then we listened to some videos about other people's experiences. But how about we talk about how we can tap in to get our own experiences if you haven't experienced it before. And if anybody has ever had an astral experience, I would love to hear about it. I would totally love to hear about it. So you can either afterwards come up on panel talk about it. You can shoot me an email about your story and I can read it to everybody, or you can share it in the chat if you want. Linda may be, so I gotta go like this to see
The one.
Linda Howe may be the one that has the 2 prayers to say when assessing your Akashic records and closing them. Oh, sweet. I'm going to write her down.
I just
Linda.
subscribed.
That's not the link that the Wupu just posted, right?
It is.
Oh, then I just sub to that. But maybe I hit the wrong one because I could have sworn I hit on the mail. Oh no, it's just a mail in the
Marshall?
in the photo. Never mind. Sweet. Oh, good. I'm glad I got that. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for joining today. Thank you guys for the resources that even I can go look up and check out. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for our Thursday readings from a spirit guides, but this time it's going to be on love, whether the messages will have to be in the partnership you're in or love for yourself, because we talk about February all the time, maybe the time of love of a partner, but how about we make February to remind ourselves that we have to love ourselves also. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow and Tuesday, Tarot Tuesday, and then next Wednesday we'll have meditation. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'm going to go look up some of these links that you guys shared in here tonight. Have a great night, everybody.